Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it to. Today I'm going to tell you why the GROZA is the best. It's an amazing gun. Let's talk about the GROZA. I really want to talk about this gun because it's been so prevalent on the maps during this Halloween event. Basically, you go to the trees, you charge up, you can throw a pumpkin, and it would give you a GROZA or a AWM or a level 3 helmet, all that kind of thing. And a lot of people have been running it. So I've been seeing it more and more and more. And one of the great things about it is that it is just the absolute king of ARs in terms of close quarters combat. There isn't much else out there on the battlefield that will touch it for time to kill. Now, the way we break down time to kill is very, very simple. It's not always exactly perfect across all armor types, but it gives you a very, very good idea. If you've got a level 2 vest, how long does it take for you to clear a level... Okay, thank you for your all chat. I appreciate it. How long does it take you to clear a level 2 vest? And the GROZA is the king of the ARs at this. It does it in 0.237 of a second. I've got a big spreadsheet in my Discord server. Just click on the link down below. It'll take you to my Discord server. You can join there. Or if you hang around, hopefully in the next week or so, I'll get an opportunity to finish up the website I'm doing, which includes all these numbers in a graphic format. That's a lot easier for everyone to access. The reason it works so well is it fires a full-blooded 7.62 round, the same as the AKM, which is 47 base damage. And 47 base damage is an awful lot. The ARs that are 5.56, for instance, fire a 5.56 round that does 40 base damage into a no vest wearing target. But the GROZA's 47 is even more important because instead of firing at a rate of fire that's equivalent to a 5.56 AR like the Beryl M762 does, and deriving a greater advantage in time to kill that way, it just goes nuts out and fires at 0.079 as a rate of fire. That's 0.079 seconds per round, which is faster than everything else, basically, in terms of an AR. And that gives you that crazy kill time. For an example, if you're comparing it with an M416, an M416 will clear a full level 2 vest in 0.38 of a second. A DP28 will do it in 0.333, which is an LMG. But anyway, I'm just using it as an example. The Beryl, which is crazy, is 0.285, and the AKM is 0.297. And once you get under 0.3, you're doing really, really well. The GROZA is doing it at 0.237, which is absolute crackerjack. Another big thing, as you can see here, is when you crouch down with this thing, the recoil becomes way more manageable. Look at these groupings while I'm crouching. And it's the same with the Beryl M762. A lot of the 7.62 ARs and indeed the Mark 14 even, the 7.62 monster gun in the DMR range that has a full auto that just devastates everything, they really struggle with recoil. And vertical recoil is a big issue. But once you crouch, it just gives it this massive modifier that helps with vertical recoil. Where the GROZA really becomes a standout performer is in this kind of engagement, where it's just up close and personal. And I'm going to give you a little tip. If you're looking at something like the GROZA in CQC and you know they've got a GROZA, you want to make sure that you win the desync battle. Now, the desync battle is something that you probably don't think of a lot if you've got great ping, like ping under 50 or 60, even under 100. Basically, if you have that kind of ping, you are closer to the server than the other guy. And when you get killed, that will negate everything. So if you're firing an M416, I'm firing a GROZA, and you're closer to the server than me, the GROZA is absolutely massive because it catches up faster. Whereas an M416, if you're perfect with it, is going to take longer to clear a target. So you can get these crazy issues where you actually feel like you saw the guy first and you're firing, but you fall over, even though you've got a really good gun. The GROZA is better at that because it kills quicker. And once you're dead, your bullets no longer matter. So if the other guy's firing at you and he's got an M416 and you've got a GROZA and you see each other at exactly the same time, you're going to win the game. For more info on desync, there's videos and playlists out there where I explain desync really, really precisely and in great detail and depth. Go and check that out. The other thing that's really important about this gun is knowing what it does well and what it doesn't do well. It's a gun that you want to set up with a red dot and a suppressor because literally there is nothing else you can get out of it. What it does really, really well is mince people up in close range. What it doesn't do well is wreck people at any kind of range. And you're going to see here that it takes a lot of time on target when standing, not crouching, to clear someone who's moving fast in a vehicle. That's a little bit of a factor of the recoil and also a factor of the gun type. It's running a 7.62 round, and the 7.62 round is not the fastest projectile. In fact, it loses shell velocity a lot quicker than the lighter 5.56 rounds, and this kind of a paper chase at that range is insane. Like, this is where you want to be using it when people are camping really, really close. Like, there's a guy up here in one of these blue houses. I don't know what he's doing. People play so passively these days. It's crazy. Like, what is a guy sitting? Hello. G'day, welcome to the world. Really, really good to see you. Another thing that is wonderful about this gun, and it's something that I think is overlooked. You're playing this game to have fun, right? And if you're playing this game to have fun, then I play with the HD sounds. Now, it's probably not as exact in terms of pinpointing where everyone is and stuff as the old sound pack, but it makes the game more immersive. By immersive, I mean you feel more in tune with the experience and you're having a more intense reaction and feelings with the game. And it is a game, like that's why you want to do it. And the GROZA, the GROZA makes that happen because of the sounds. The sound of the thing is like you crossed a hydraulic engine with something that fires bullets, and you get this massive industrial bonfire of a noise that really ups the feeling of the gameplay. I have had people in the past tell me that they like single tap firing and sniping with AKMs and that kind of thing, and that's grand, whatever floats your boat. But this thing does not have a fast shell velocity. It is not very friendly in terms of recoil, and I would never recommend this as a second slot tap fire gun. Pretty much anything else is better than this. And this kind of range is really the extreme effective kill range of the GROZA. I mean, even you're going to see this engagement here where I'm trying to overlook, this guy's trying to get out here to revive the two other blokes I've knocked into the smoke. That's about it for the GROZA. Now, recoil control is incredibly important with this weapon, and to that end, I would strongly recommend you watch my sensitivity settings video. That video will absolutely nail recoil control for you and give you a really good sense of where you need to be for a gun like the GROZA, because if you have not set up your sensitivity for spraying high recoil 7.62 weapons with red dots and such, then you're going to struggle. I mean, even at ranges like this, it is very, very hard to keep it down when crouched. And you see how I'm crouching a lot with this weapon? You get used to doing that and you'll be far more effective with it. And it's a good thing to do in your gameplay when you possibly can with both the AKM and the Barrel M762. Your M4s, your Vectors, your UMPs, you don't need to do it. It's one of the reasons those guns are so user-friendly and they're so sought after in both competition and public play by players who don't have great devices. It's because they give you a lot more of a low ceiling, high floor. That means your expected return from the weapon when you're in a full spray is reasonably good. Your expected return from the GROZA in a full spray at any kind of range is low, but your expected return in close quarters combat, where you can easily steer those big, heavy jacketed 76.2 slugs into the bad guys, is monstrous. And you will win a lot of CQC gunfights simply on the back of this thing's horsepower. It is a nut-crunching, rip-roaring, ball-tearing weapon that you want to get a handle on and get in the backpack as quick as possible. There you go. If you're not happy with the GROZA now, I can't freaking help you. I would strongly recommend you check out those other videos I was talking about. You can see someone tapping out there with the M16. They love it, these DMR toters who drop everything for an M16 or an M416 as a single tap weapon. I find that often, because I tend to hug hard cover, that I just get to kill these guys. this guy has incredibly low ping too. He's going to be running, I think he's Vietnamese or something. They have a very, very low ping factor. So I'm pre-firing coming around there, and that GROZA wins that game for me. There's no way around that. The GROZA wins that engagement for me. So check out the sensitivity settings. Check out the desync video that I've done. I'll leave a link here at the end to those. Make sure you check those out. And as always, look after yourself. Stay safe in the battlefield. Please share the videos. I love getting more subscribers, and it helps me put new content out there and show the world that we are indeed a thriving, surviving, and arriving community in the PUBG mobile sense. Until next time, bye for now and stay safe on the battlefield. 2 thumbs up from this guy.